All right, Nikki, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks, Elizabeth. Hello, everyone. We are super excited to be here with you today. As Elizabeth said, we have some new news to share about queer space and kind of our trajectory and some fun stuff that's happening. So thanks for being here. And let's kick it off with introductions to, one second, there we go. So I am Nikki, they, she pronouns. I'm the executive director here at Queerspace, and I'm super excited to be joined by both Jess and Sam, who are on our program team and providing a lot of leadership and insights into the development of some of our new programming. So I will pass it to them to introduce themselves as well.
Hey y'all, good afternoon. My name is Sam Stahlmann. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the new senior program manager here at Curspace.
And I am Jess Pierce, program director. She, they program. Wow, I don't know how to act. She, they pronouns today.
Awesome. And both Sam and Jess have very interesting backgrounds filled with a lot of experience working directly with youth. And again, I've just been providing a lot of insights, and we're really excited and grateful that they joined our team. So you can go to our website and check out everyone's bios if you want to learn a little bit more about us. Um, so this is the big news. We are creating a new space. The space has been developed, and we're getting ready to launch a 2S LGBTQIA plus youth center right in the heart of Minneapolis. We will go into a little bit more around kind of what that looks like and what our programming is going to entail. But we've been hearing from the community a lot that, there's not a youth center in the Twin Cities, a place where kids can just come and hang out and be in community. And so we've been working on this for quite a while, visioning it out for the last few years, and it's finally coming to fruition. So we're really excited to be sharing with you more about this really affirming space where our queer and trans youth can meet other queer and trans youth and be in community with adults that are supportive and access resources and all that good stuff. So for those of you who are new to queer space, our mission is to create space for LGBTQIA plus youth to feel safe and empowered to be their true selves. And we really have this vision and this intention of creating a supportive community and really leveraging like all of the resources and supportive adults in our community to help these young people develop a strong sense of pride in who they are, where they come from, and where they want to go.
So I am tapping on in, and I always like to say it's important to have numbers, but we know the numbers are not the facts. We can safely assume that it's a lot higher as far as young people who are considering suicide. We know the rate of homelessness is just so high, specifically for our 2S LGBTQAI plus youth. Again, the numbers speak for itself, and this really shows why we need to have this youth center as well as have a high level of really solid, fun, joyful programming to support these young people. So the next slide, we will show, how important community is. And we are so committed here at Queerspace to create our own community and culture and really provide a space where people feel safer and provide a space where young people see representation with other queer staff, staff of color, Black staff, trans staff. We want young people to see, hey, this is your space.
Yeah, and just to highlight a little bit about to build on that, some of our programs that you may or may not be aware of. So we have our mentorship program, which was kind of the foundation of Queer Space and where we started. We have both a one-on-one mentorship program where we match queer and trans youth with queer and trans adults, and they hang out in the community. We've also been doing over the last year and a half youth workshops, which is kind of like community ed for queer kids. And we've been partnering with organizations like Film North, Who else do we partner with? We're doing a blacksmithing workshop. We're getting ready to do a DJ workshop with Shannon Blowtorch. And really, as Jess was saying, creating these spaces and opportunities for young people to connect and feel supported and really be seen. And then in addition to that, we do inclusivity training and consulting. So we've worked with over 100 organizations, from small nonprofits, educational institutions to big corporations, really working with them to create more inclusive spaces. So it's not, just at Queer Space or other LGBTQ plus youth orgs, but that all the other spaces where they exist feel a little bit more inclusive and safe for them. So this is just a little bit of our kind of where we've been and where we're going. So as I noted, we started with our mentorship program, which we launched in April of 2021, and we've been working to expand it throughout the state. We have a program in St. Cloud as well, and we're really doing mentorship across the Twin City Metro. In 2022, we launched our training and consulting, and we're currently working on piloting a virtual mentorship app that we can so that we can reach rural kids. Last year, the board and staff went through a pretty rigorous 3-year strategy development. And, we kind of really took a step back and connected with community and figured out, where does Queer Space want to plug in? How are we not being redundant? How are we partnering with other organizations? And where do we feel like we could have the most impact? And one of the things that came up was really focusing on reducing barriers to access. So we know some of our mentorship programs, kids have to be referred in by a caregiver or, an adult in their life. And some kids don't have supportive adults who would refer them into a program or who would provide them an opportunity to get involved in this. So one of the things that we came away with was we need a physical space. We need a place where kids can just come and hang out, much like going to the library or, some type of community center like that. And so we've been working to develop this community center that we can share with our young people and share with the community. So that's what we're going to chat about next. We're opening it this year. And then as we look to the future, we're looking to figure out how can we, continue to support queer and trans youth in our community across our state and the Midwest, and at some point nationally as well. So I'm going to pass it to Sam to chat a little bit more about our center and kind of the exciting stuff that's happening here.
Thanks, Nikki. Yeah, we are super stoked to announce that we're actually currently, all of the Queer Space staff are in our new youth center, and we'll be opening up programming for our youth in our community in November. So we're really stoked to just be providing a space, like Nikki was saying, for our youth to come create community, to be connected to resources, to find adults that are super cool and that can be mentors for them through our after school programming. And we're really looking to fill a joy gap, right? To be a space where our youth can come and just chill, relax, ease back their shoulders and laugh and smile. So, stay tuned. We're so excited to see what else is going to be happening in this space, but look for our after school programming to launch in mid-November.
So yeah, over the past several months, Queer Space staff have been going on tour, talking to community members, other youth centers, drop-in centers, specifically in the Metro. There's a lot of resources. We're pretty progressive around youth experiencing homelessness. So there's, shelter, basic need, isms. And, here at Queer Space, we really want to, as we mentioned before, community has said, we need a space where we can drop our shoulders. So yes, we are prepared and ready to do deep dives, should a youth need some basic needs or some crisis support. But really our intention is to really provide, like Sam said, just these opportunities of joy, respite, and not in a performative way, but really in a way that helps these young people interrupt cycles of poverty and pain. So on our tour, what they told us. It's what you see right here, the youth voice, youth choice. As adults, it's really, really easy for us to think we know better, but we don't. We know that if we are going to provide programming, it needs to be super lit. I don't even know if the kids are saying that anymore, but it can't be dry, you know? So we are currently working on building a youth advisory committee, which, you know, we will be consulting with them on what they want in our space. And then, you know, we saw the numbers and the stats around mental health. Well, young people want to be around people who maybe are experiencing the same thing or similar things. And it not being so DSM diagnosy, but more like, hey, this, you know, let's vibe and let's talk about this. And the really unique thing about the center is there is intentional quiet space. So with the build out, that was like a non-negotiable where we can dim the lights, there's really comfy furniture, and if a young person just needs to come in and legit chill, we have the space to do that. We're also working on getting an abundance of the noise canceling headphones, such as what Nikki has on. To again, just like honor if someone just needs some peace and quiet. And, you know, as partners and, you know, just kind of boots on the ground folks, we know that resources are always a thing. We need to be able to have the money to be able to provide really stellar programming in a safe space and a nice space. And then, you know, we have to keep in mind as partners that one size really does not fit all. So we always need to be mindful of the pivot. We know that young people every year, I always say they change their phone numbers like toilet paper. So, you know, we got to be ready for that. And the space matters. So as I talked about, you know, like the quiet space, a lot of spaces don't have, you know, a place where someone is just like, I'm highly, highly, highly overstimulated, and I just need to tap out. And then the thing too that, you know, again, circling back to the data is that if we're going to collect data, then we need to collect the information that we really, really need. So as a community and as partners, you know, we want to further discuss what does that look like? Because, you know, we got to do what we got to do.
And we're super excited with this space, like we were saying. We will be starting by offering after-school programming 2 days a week for our youth ages 13 through 17. But this is truly just the beginning, right? We feel like the ceiling's the limit within this space. We can't wait to serve youth. There's been a very clear need. We have youth ages 18 through 24 in our community who would like to work with us, be in our space. And so we know this space is going to be providing opportunities for that. It'll be a space for our community to come hang out, a space for our caregivers, our mentors, for the adults in the community to come and be together. So we're just really, like I said, I keep saying we're stoked, but we're stoked to have this space and dream up together with all of you in this room, all of you watching on YouTube in the future of what this space can be for all of us. And so we're really excited and invite you to join the launch of our space. On October 13th, we are celebrating Spirit Day. Typically in this past, this has just been an event for us to celebrate our queer youth and our queer community. But this year we have the special twist of it's going to be the grand opening of our youth center. So we want you to come see this beautiful space. Come eat tacos in our parking lot, enjoy some amazing entertainment and DJing, and just get a feel for the space. We hope to see you there October 13th, 1 to 4 p.m. There's a QR code on the screen if you want more info or check out our website. We hope to party with y'all.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm super excited. As Jess was noting earlier, the space costs money, and so we decided to launch a Create the Space campaign to pay for not just the construction costs, like the furniture, the appliances, but also to help pay for our first year of programming. This will allow us to kind of give us space to test and see what works. As Jess was saying, like, we have to be ready to pivot. We want to be ready to like listen to our youth advisory committee, hear from them. What do they want the space to look like? And so we are launching or have launched a $650,000 campaign. We secured 325 by June of a few months ago, and now we are closer to about 420,000. I think we're almost 70% of the way there. So we're making really great progress, and really grateful just to those who've already contributed to this space, and the future of queer space and our ability to show up for our kids. Oops. So if you want to get involved in our campaign, we encourage any and all donation sizes. All of this work takes a village, whether it's through programming or mentor volunteers or those who contribute with funding. It all contributes, and it's all really important. So there's a QR code there, and you can also look on our website where you can, make a donation, or if you're interested in hosting a gathering, or do some peer-to-peer fundraising with us on Facebook or somewhere. Or even if you just know someone who you're like, I feel like they might want to get involved in this, you can just help us spread the word. And with that, we are going to open it up to some Q&A, because we just went through a lot of information. And I think while we do that, I'm going to stop the share, because then we get to see folks' faces, which is always really nice. So if you want to come off mute, or if you want to throw a question in the chat, we love to see your faces. So if anyone wants to be on video too, and if not, that's cool too. Anyone have a question?
I have a question.
Yeah, thanks, Hunter.
So we've met before. I do J Pride. We're looking into doing programs for queer Jewish youth, like a Tselem group, which does a lot of what you're doing, but specifically for Jews, for Jewish youth. And I was wondering if there would be the potential of like renting out space in order to hold those groups within the community center.
Yeah, I think we're still figuring out exactly what that looks like, but we're definitely really intending for this to be a space to be used by other community members who are supporting queer and trans youth. So that sounds like a great opportunity, depending on timing and programming, kind of what you're thinking. I think that we would definitely be interested in chatting with you about that, maybe something that for 2025, once we kind of get our program up and going. But we definitely want the space to feel really open to all of our communities. Great question.
Thank you.
And Hunter, you can send me an email so we can begin the conversation too. Just sam@queerspacecollective.org. Or find it on the website.
Awesome.
Will
Thanks,
do.
Sam. Yeah, and just so everyone knows, if you can't find us personally, you can always send an email to info@queerspacecollective.org, and we have one of our staff people will filter it out to the right person. So that's another great way to get a hold of us. Anyone else have a question? Maybe while you're thinking about your question, I'll let you know, and you'll see this if you come to Spirit Day and get a tour of the space. But it's really designed to be a flex co-working space during the day for queer space staff, and then a youth center in the afternoons and evenings. And there's lots of really like comfy couches and plants everywhere, and we'll be adding more art kind of as we get going too. But it feels really good in here. We're all excited to be welcoming more community in. Still waiting for the kitchen to be finished. Construction's still happening, but we're getting close here. Okay. Going once, going twice. All right, well, I am gonna pop back to our presentation here and play a little video for y'all. As we gear up for Spirit Day, this video always makes me really excited. And then after the video, I'll take the share screen down and we'll stay on for a little bit longer in case you came up with a question that you have. Otherwise, that will be the end of our presentation today.
Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Feeling. Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come now, 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 now. There's beauty in our unity we found. I'm ready, I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come now, 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 now. Hands up for your colors. Ready the people, a new day has just begun. And I wear my colors on my back. Yeah. We created equal, one race and that's human. Can't wait till they all see dance. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Feeling. Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come now, 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 now. There's beauty in our unity we found. I'm ready, I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come now, 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 now. Hands up for your colors. One hand, two hands for your colors, yeah.
That was a really cold Spirit Day. And this year we're gonna have a really beautiful Spirit Day. So 70s is what the current forecast says. Yeah, so that is, I don't know, Jess or Sam, do you have anything else you want to share before we log off today? I love how collaborative they are. They even like are doing the video together. They're just like, cool. Well, I'll stay on for a few more minutes if anyone has any other questions that pop up. Otherwise, thank you as always for continuing to support Queerspace and for jumping on for a bit today to hear more about what's going on in our Queerspace world. We're really grateful for all of you. Thank you.